Scrapbookers, this is Megan and I am back today with another Stash Raiders layout. So this week's challenge was to use wood veneer on our layouts, and I am so excited and happy with how this layout turns out. So I had this just handsome photo of Brennan after he had gotten his haircut last summer, and I still have a ton of my January kit from the Secret Not Secret Kit Club, and I just thought it was perfect for this photo of Brennan after his haircut. So I cut up a few pieces of one of the cut apart sheets, and there was this blue phrase that said, oh goodness, what does it say? It says, "You were born to shine." And I just thought that that was perfect for the title. So I found a scrap piece of black paper and I glued it down, or I'm going to glue it down, and that is pretty much going to be my title. I am going to layer a few other pieces of paper behind it, but that's my title and it's done. Don't you love easy titles like that? I did decide to use this thicker word from Amy Tangerine, and it just says seriously. So I'm just playing around with scraps and layers from this kit that I still have lying around, and then I pulled out some wood veneer butterflies from my stash. And I have had these for probably 4 years. I'm serious. Like, I have had so many like wood veneer pieces and cork pieces that I just haven't used. So I was super excited to pull these out and use these on this layout. So here I'm cutting up another cut apart sheet from the Bohemian collection. I mainly just have papers left from this kit, and I am just having fun using them up, and I just love every layout I've made with this collection. So here you can see I'm just playing around with some layers behind the title, and here I decide to use some vellum, and I'm just going to put a little border behind the title there, and then glue it down on that pink piece of paper. And I really love how that pink just makes the title pop. So here I'm thinking I'm just going to do a small vellum layer behind the photo up there in the top left hand corner, and I'm going to end up changing that in a bit, and I like it so much better. So now here I'm pulling off the word seriously, and I'm going to kind of position that down, but I couldn't really figure out how I wanted it to be. So I pull out my wax paper, and I'm going to put or cut down the Y because it just was taking up too much space. I didn't really like the way it looked. I think I cut a little too much off, but oh well, it's all good. It works out in the end, and I like it. So here I put it on wax paper, and I'm just kind of playing around with the placement. Then I'm thinking, okay, I need something more on the background, and so I thought maybe I'd add some gesso and some spray mist or something, but after I add the gesso, I decide, no, you know what? I like this background the way it is. I don't want to cover it up. So I just mainly rub off all of the gesso. I mean, it's still there, obviously, but it's not as much as it had been. So now I'm just going to place down these butterflies, and I kind of play with the placement of them for quite a while. I actually really like how it looks right now. I kind of wish I would have kept it that way, but I don't. So here is where I decide I don't really like the way that vellum looks behind the photo, so I'm going to take it off and just matte the photo with the pattern papers. So here I'm playing around with the placement, and honestly I really should have just left it the way it was, but oh well. I change it up, and here I bring in this pink paint dauber, and I'm like, okay, maybe I should use this, but I decide no, you know what I'm going to do instead? I am going to I'm gonna do some stitching, of course, right? Because I have to make this simple layout much more complex. Like this seriously took me like 15 minutes to get to this point. Possibly 20 minutes maybe. Okay, so there you can see I did do some stitching, and I just did little butterfly trails, and I really absolutely love how this turned out. It's so cute and just perfect for this fun and whimsical page of Brennan. So now I'm going to start gluing down all of these butterflies, and I do need to add a little bit more stitching, so I'm going to cut all that out so you don't have to sit and watch me do that, because it's kind of boring. So now I'm back, and I am going to start gluing down the photo and the title and just finishing up this layout and putting all the finishing touches on it. So yeah, that's pretty much all I'm gonna do. I hope that you will run on over to Beth's channel to see her video. I will make sure to leave a link below to her video so that you can make sure you watch hers. I've already seen her layout and I absolutely love it. I love how her layout turned out. She used some cute wood veneer. So now here I'm gluing down the title, and I am going to pull out some of those sequins that you can see to the right, and I'm actually going to use all of those up. I got those in my kit, and I was excited to be able to use all of them, and they are pinks and purples and navy. So here you can see I'm just kind of placing them around on the layout. Excuse me. And now I'm going to start gluing them down with my glue zots, and then that is going to be the end of my layout. So here I decide that I am going to do some journaling to the right of my title. So I am just using a scrap piece of paper and a black pen. My go-to choice for journaling pens is a black pen, always. I just think it's easy, and black always looks good with everything, right? So what I'm writing is the date at the very top. It says July 15th, and then my journaling says, I always love how handsome Brennan looks after a much needed haircut. I just wish he would always style it like this. So he gets a styled haircut and then never styles it, and it drives me insane. But that's boys for you, right? Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I will see you again next week with a new Stash Raiders layout. Bye!